Welcome, and let's get these hand ranges complete. As you know, I fold here. If you looked at Monday's video, there's a link to Monday's video on the top of the screen in white. But they raised, and I just put them on an ace. I just straight away, I knew that they had an ace with the way they were playing the game so far. Because they never did a 3-time raise, they only did 2 times raise. And from an early position, I would just put them on an ace. I assumed the person who called because they didn't realize this and they were holding quite weak, and maybe when the 8-9 came up, I put them on maybe like a 10-7 or Jack-7, something like that, and they thought they'd bet at the open-ended straight draw. That, or I thought they had 9-Jack or 8-Jack. And then when they get the re-raise, I put them on ace-queen of diamonds. And I was wrong on both accounts, but I was close enough with the top person, sort of. So they then go all in over the top. Wait now, there, they go all in, and then they get called. And this is what's known as a cooler in the poker world. If we just go back a little here, 87.5% chance of winning. They have trips. The other person really doesn't have a chance because, yeah, they have a 12% chance. So let's find out. And then they hit the diamond and win. The aces actually ended up winning that. But the other thing is that the other person had a diamond as well, so there was less likelihood of a diamond coming up, let alone 2, and they ended up winning with the flush. Next hand, I thought this was great. I thought, cool, I can just limp in here by checking and see a flop and see how I do. But then when this happened, boom, 320, I thought no. And at this stage, I put them on an ace, obviously enough, maybe a pair of queens, or maybe like a lower pair, like, I don't know, like 8s or whatever. Then without even hesitation, they go all in. Okay, maybe a bit of hesitation, but yeah, they go all in without messing around. And then I don't know why they called with a queen high and a 4. It's very strange, but they had 5s anyway, and they ended up winning the pot. I thought the other person would at least have an ace or a 3 when they called the all in, hoping to get the open-ended straight draw, but they literally just had pretty weak holdings considering the other person went all in. Jack 2, I'm just obviously going to fold this. One reason is because of my position. 2, my kicker, and 3, the stack behind was pretty low, so I didn't want them to go all in over the top on me. They didn't, obviously enough. You can see that they just raised, but they get this one caller, and then the flop will come out. 8-Jack 8. I thought I was actually pretty good here. I thought, no, I wish I was in this now because I could totally raise this up. But then someone else raised it, so now I'm worried that they had an 8. And when this person calls, I assumed they had a Jack, and I was completely wrong. Pair of 4s versus an open-ended straight draw, 8, 9, 10 Jack, and the pair of 4s wins because they get the full house. Now I have 6-4, and again I thought, oh, I'd like to kind of just call the big blind here and see if I can flop a straight or whatever. But when it got raised, I decided, nah, it just wasn't worth it. But it does get one caller on the big blind. 6-7, queen, 2 diamonds, and now we have a raise here. And when they raised, I didn't believe they had the queen. I thought they had maybe ace-7 or ace-jack. So then when the other person called, I put the person on the right on ace-queen, and I put the person on the left on ace-jack. And then the re-raise, I didn't really know what was going on. And then finally the all-in and the call with 3 jacks, and the other person had ace-queen. And they caught 3 queens and still lost. Isn't that just the way it goes sometimes, huh? Full house. Anyway, that's the conclusion of those hands, and hopefully this practice is helping you. I know even making the videos is helping me, so hopefully they'll help you with reading what your opponents are up to. Anyway, join in on Monday for more hands. Have a good one.